was confused, like confused. It made me feel like I wasted my money because it wasn't accurate the first time. As soon as I sat down, my neighbor started playing music. Hi guys, and thank you so much for watching. Today's video is going to be an Ancestry DNA update. If you are not new to my channel, then you might remember I first did the DNA back in 2016, my friends. Yeah, 2016. It's been a long time, okay? But if you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope this isn't the last time that you do join the fam. I'm going to explain the update in simpler terms because I was confused at first. It made me feel like I wasted my money because it wasn't accurate the first time. But no, once I did more research on it and whatnot, it did make sense. So I am here to save the day for you guys. So I'm going to explain what the heck happened, what this update is for, and also how my DNA results were impacted by the update. If you are unfamiliar with Ancestry.com or Ancestry DNA, just to give you a quick insight, Ancestry DNA is a part of Ancestry.com. It's a service that helps you find and learn about your ancestors. The DNA portion of Ancestry.com helps to increase the accuracy by providing a DNA test to discover your family history. I do apologize for the light. I do have my computer here, right here with me, so hopefully that doesn't bother you too much. But I'm gonna kind of be going back and forth, talking to you and looking at the computer and maybe also my phone as well, because I do have notes that I do want to discuss and highlights that I want to make sure that I don't forget to mention. So let's go ahead and get started. I really wanted to learn about my ancestors, where I came from, what I was, because in my family we just really didn't know. So I talked more about that in my original video, but that's the reason why I did want to do, I wanted to take the DNA test. Like, what am I? I've always been curious and everybody always asks me, and I just give an answer that's what I've been taught and what I've been told. This video is a little bit overdue. I actually received confirmation of my update in 2019. So it has been a few months since I've been aware of the update. I just haven't filmed a video, which I do apologize about, but I'm getting to it now that, you know, self-quarantine. We're just gonna roll out these videos and finally catch up to everything. Now, because I didn't really save a PDF version of it, I only have certain screenshots from the video, but I do have a graph here of what it updated for me and what it shows my previous DNA results were. The furthest back that they can go back is 2018. So I'm gonna be showing you guys a graph of what my results were in 2018 and then what they look like now in 2020 from the most recent update, which happened in 2019. So the biggest thing for me is, which I was most confused about, was that my percentage of Nigeria went from 5% to 40. Okay, 5% to 40. Confusing, right? At first when I saw the update, like I said earlier, I did feel a little bit discouraged because I felt as though what I was so proud of that I was before wasn't true anymore. I'm here to tell you that that is not true. It is important. Still be proud of your results that you got because they are still accurate. First, I'm going to explain what has not changed, and this is probably the most important thing. So what hasn't changed is my overall ethnicity estimate, okay, for the most part. So which means my estimate of the regions, like what percentage am I African, what percentage am I European. So overall, the primary percentage of those numbers has not changed. So what has changed is, well, not the overall percentage per se, but what is included in that overall percentage and how we got to that number. When you take a DNA test with Ancestry DNA, as well as really any other DNA kit or service that is out there, the more samples that they get, the more accurate your results will be. Before, my results might show that I was 84% African, whereas now it shows that I'm 87% African, because there have been more samples that were tested from Africa, as well as more people that are buying these kits. So the more information that they get, the more they can test it and the more accurate it will be. So it doesn't mean that your main percentage will change drastically. It just means that what equals out to that percentage might change a little bit. This also means that the more people who take it, the more you know about your ancestry and your family. So I would definitely still encourage, you to tell your friends and family about Ancestry and really encourage people to get it, because it can help you. I mean, why not, right? And they always have sales, especially around the holidays. So I would say the holidays would be the best time to purchase one. And I think it's a really cool gift. Like, I got it for my parents a few years back, not soon after I did it, and they were so excited. So I think it's a really cool gift, and a lot of the times they do have sales around the holidays. This video is not sponsored or is in any type of collaboration. These opinions are all of my own. I just wanted to share some insight and maybe the best times to purchase it so you can save some coins. That's important. Now getting back to the percentage where you see that I went from 84% African to 87. The European side didn't change, but the African region side did change. So what it says on the website is that you might see new regions, old regions replaced or split into new ones, and changes in percentages. And what they call it minor refinements, which means the more samples that we got, hey, we actually found out that yours match a little bit more over here instead. It says here that the changes can be large or small depending on what they're updating. For me, my overall percentage only changed about 3%. However, the smaller percentages like Nigeria and Mali, those did change a lot. So for me, it showed that my Nigeria side, it went from 5% to 40. Mali went from 12% to 21. Cameroon, Congo, and Southern Bantu peoples, that went from 36% down to 19%. It means that my bloodline is more tied and traced to Nigeria more than Cameroon. So some are gonna be more higher and lower than others. And then England and Wales, it said that I was 1% compared to 5%. And then Benin and Togo, I went from 28% to 1%. So as you can see, the smaller numbers look like they are drastic, so don't get alarmed by that. What you really do want to focus on is you can add all these up and you'll see that it will equal 100%. And so when you compare it to maybe old ones that you have, or if you are new getting the Ancestry kit, it's important to know where they're getting these from and why those changes happen. So I hope that explanation does help out, because I was like 5 to 40, 12 to 21, 36 to 19. What the heck? You guys just messed up the first time. But it doesn't necessarily mean that, so yeah. Now again, these results, as disclosures on the website, I'm sure these results can still change, but I do feel confident that my results now are more accurate than what it was, especially because back then they had an area where it showed negative percentages. So it showed that I was -1 or less than 1% from the Asia region. Whereas now I don't have that at all. So I feel like what they're doing now, instead of just saying, hey, you're less than 1% or less than 0.5, it pretty much means it's nowhere really, we can't really find anything. And hey, we have more samples now. So before we thought you were less than 1% Asian, here is what it is now, and this is more accurate. So I feel good about my results. Again, it doesn't really show that it's much of a change, but it's just nice to know that I am more Nigerian. Hey, which makes sense because every time I do have a Nigerian friend, or I don't know, I vibe with them really well. Those who are straight from Nigeria, not just have ancestors in Nigeria, but those who are Nigerian born, I always vibe with them and we always have a really good connection. And sometimes, and I tell them about my DNA results and they're like, I could tell you have Nigerian in you. I'm like, really? Stop it. I mean, overall, I'm happy with the results, and I hope that my explanation did help you a little bit with your understanding. I still love Ancestry. I would still get it as a gift for someone because it's nice to know that they're working on their samples and that they want it to be more accurate. And there are always disclosures on the website. You know, it's not going to be 100% accurate, but DNA is a science, so I'm sure there's always going to be some type of change. Alright, so that concludes today's video. Again, I really hope that it helped you guys out. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if it did, and if not, still give your girl a thumbs up. Come on, help support me. And make sure that that red subscribe button is no longer red, okay? Somewhere down here. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate the support. And also comment down below what you liked about this video. If you have taken a DNA test, if this video helped in any way with your understanding, and also maybe some other videos that you would like to see from me in the future. Again, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Bye. Bye, guys.